The thing that most people don't realize about coming out is that you have to do it again and again and again and again. I've done it as early as when I was a child and as recent as probably 3 weeks ago. When I was a child in 3rd grade, I was in line to go back to the classroom after lunch. We still had to line up. And our lines had a game of protecting ourselves from the cooties. And the two recognized genders at the time had a way of protecting themselves from the cooties. Boys had to put up their pointer and middle finger directly next to each other and hold it up to the person about to give them the cooties, while girls had to twist those two fingers together, sort of like expected that day to twist my fingers together and show that to the person about to give me cooties. But instead, I held up my 2 fingers directly next to each other without a question. The person about to give me cooties asked me what I was doing, and I told them that I was protecting myself from the cooties, obviously. They didn't ask anything else after that, and for a very long time, I didn't think about that instance. I didn't think about that instance until long after I had started to realize that I was a boy and that what I had been told for so long wasn't true. 3 weeks ago, I told my grandparents for the first time that I was a boy. I sat in my car far, far away from my elementary school, and pizza was sitting cooling in the seat beside me, and I called them because I couldn't figure out if going to meet them just for that would end up being okay, or if I would end up going for no reason. If I would end up going and they wouldn't accept what I said. So I called them, and I couldn't figure out another way to tell them that something was up other than saying that when they came to my graduation in about 2 months, that the names called at graduation wouldn't be the one that they knew. And my grandmother said, very helpfully, "Well, what name will it be? I'll write it down so I won't forget." I said, "Simon." She said, "Simon," and I said, "Yes." I've come out in between then very, very often. And even that shortened story of me coming out to my grandmother was just a short story of a much longer conversation. But I'm going to keep doing it for probably the rest of my life to pretty much anyone that I feel like needs to know more than the surface level of me. But I feel like people forget that sometimes. But unfortunately, I don't get the ability to forget that.